Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Is today Thursday? Today's Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Happy Wednesday. It is April 21st and it is Colson's birthday. So I have my Heartbeat shirt on. My son Cade got me this shirt for Christmas and I love it. And so my oldest son, I guess the November after Colson left, my oldest son got a tattoo of Colson's heartbeat over his heart. And when he came home with that tattoo, I cried and laughed and I loved it. And the next morning I was sitting and thinking about it, and I was just in tears and so emotional. Like, Colson's heartbeat lives on through us. And so if you didn't know Colson, he lived a really big life for 17 years. And so I am amazed that I was chosen to be his mom. And he loved superheroes, and I feel like he was a superhero. And so when he was about 2, sorry, this is moving around. When he was about 2 or 3, I mean, he loved Superman. Loved Superman. I mean, was Superman, ate Superman, slept Superman, everything was Superman. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get this straight here in a minute. Oh, thank you. Leanne, Jeanette, April, thank y'all for watching. So when he was about 2 or 3, or maybe 2 and 3, he would pray, please God, let me be Superman. And I remember thinking, I told him, I said, you already are. You already are. And so I had no idea how true that was. I mean, I knew it at the time because he was so amazing. But the older he got, the more amazing he was. He went through back surgery, getting rods in his spine, and the minute the doctor told him he could play basketball, he was on the basketball court practicing with the guys who had been there the whole time. So he had been out, I think, 6 months, I'm not sure, but it was the time when season was off. But the minute the doctor gave him the go-ahead to start back, he started back. And he didn't want to do less than the other kids did, the other boys that had been out there. I mean, he wanted to hang with... He didn't complain. He wanted to do what he was asked to do, what everybody was asked to do. And hey Veronica, hey Tara, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all. If you're not in my Growing Gratitude group, if y'all want to join, it's going to be amazing. We're going to have a party over there. We are going to have prizes and games and fun, and I have a lot of stuff to say over there that I won't say here. It's not private, it's just a little different. And so if y'all want to join me over there, comment below and let me know, and we will get you in that group. And hey Jeanette, if we have, me and my team, my friends, we may have sent you an invite, so check your notifications, because I know we've sent a lot of invites and a lot of people haven't accepted, and I know if it was me, I wouldn't even know they were there. So be sure and check your notifications, and if you still don't have one, let me know, because the party is starting over there. So it's gonna be fun. So anyway, so Colson was amazing, and he never quit. He never quit. I had this thing with his coach, because I would take him to practice, because practice was 40 minutes away, and I remember, I'd look at the coach and I'd go, tell him to stop. And he'd be like, no, let him decide. And so I thought, but I know Colson, he's not going to decide to stop. Like, he's going to keep going. And he always did. And I let him. I mean, he was smart enough to know if he could or couldn't. So, anyway, so today's Colson's birthday. So, yeah. The first year after he left, it was Easter. The day, April 21st, was Easter of that 2019. And some of y'all may have heard me say before, but I get pennies from heaven. And on that day, April 21st of 2019, I found 7 pennies. It was amazing. Everywhere I went, there was a penny. So it was so neat. So anyway, y'all, if you have a loved one that you've lost, sometimes it's hard to wonder, like, why did they leave soon? Because we think it's soon because it wasn't our time frame. And I just think for Colson, I think, or I've had to come to the terms of, I had him the exact number of days I was supposed to have him. They weren't the number of days that I would have chosen, but they were the exact number of days that he was supposed to be here. And bless all of those he came in contact with. So anyway, so we are starting Growing Gratitude in a private group because I'm going to talk more. I'm going to go more live. We're going to have gifts, giveaways, and all this good stuff. But I was studying for it today, and I mean, it's an amazing journey that I've been on. Just to give a little recap, in 2012, my husband left me. And I was devastated, heartbroken, couldn't believe, didn't think life could go on, didn't think, or didn't want to be married to anybody else, didn't want to be divorced. And so in wanting my family to stay together and wanting my marriage to work, it caused me to look at myself, and I got a hold of a book, one book, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 books about gratitude and giving thanks for everything. And I realized this is telling me I have to be thankful for this. Maybe not thankful that he left, but the good that could come from it. So I guess my question to you is, have you ever had a heartache or a heartbreak or gone through something that was so painful that you didn't think you could live through it, that you didn't think there's life on the other side of it? And if you thought that before, or if you're in the middle of that right now, I'm here to tell you there is life after heartache, there's life after heartbreak. And the good news is, it can be really good. Or for me, it's really good. And remember, what you look for, you find. And so in the midst of that, I did look for the good. And since then, I've looked for the good. And I have found an amazing life. I would go through what I went through again. And I mean, heartache and heartbreak so devastating and so excruciating that I didn't think I could keep breathing. I hurt so bad from wanting my marriage to work, and that I was raising my boys alone, and I wanted their dad to come home. So I get it. Heartache, heartbreak. And so for me to say that I think I would go through it again to get to where I am now is like, I can't even believe I'd say that, but I would. It was worth it to become the me that I am now. And it's worth it. So I am here to tell you that if something's happening in your life that you don't like, that's hurtful, painful, devastating, excruciating, if you look at it and look for the good that could come from it, you will find it. You will. And so for me, how I got there was I began to be thankful for the good that could come through what was happening, and be thankful for everything. He didn't text me on the weekends, and so I had to start being thankful that he didn't text me on the weekends. And I started being thankful that he wasn't here, and that he didn't sleep in our house at night, and that if he was supposed to be, he would be. And so I said, I'm thankful for whatever's happening here that I don't understand. And y'all, I had no idea when I entered into that little journey that I didn't even know what was happening. I was so broken and so hurt. I just began to give thanks because I had read enough books and enough evidence that if you give thanks for the things you don't like, things change. And so I began to be thankful that my husband was living with another woman. I mean, that he wasn't here, and if he was supposed to be, he would. And be thankful that if he was supposed to text me, he would. If he was supposed to come back, he would. I just began to trust that whatever was happening right at that moment was what was supposed to be. It hurt, but I began just to be thankful for that. And the good that came from that is amazing. Like, I began to have more peace and more joy. And it was amazing. It was, it transformed my life. It changed me. It changed just about everything about me, and it helped me to see things differently. And so this morning I was reading and I read, it said gratitude brings power. And y'all, gratitude brought me power to change my attitude, to change my outlook, to change my responses of how I responded to life. And so so these are a few things that I wrote down that I think are really powerful. What if being thankful for everything turns your disastrous life into an incredible life? So if you're going through something now that's disastrous, or you know somebody who is, reach out to them and let them know that I'm doing this Grow in Gratitude. It will change their life. If they begin to participate in it, it will change their life. So some other things that I read, and I'll hop off here. I want to encourage you that whatever's happening in your life right now can be used for good, and it will be used for good if you choose to look at it that way and look for the good. Nothing can happen to you that's not supposed to. What if you just trust that everything is happening to you exactly like it's supposed to? And then I would say, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you to bring about good. It is tempting to keep our eyes on our problems because that's what we can see. So all I could see that my husband wasn't here. He wasn't sleeping in our house, and he wasn't here on the weekends. And that's what I could see. But I had to begin to change my attitude and my thoughts to, I'm thankful that he's not here, because if he was supposed to be here, he would. And as I began to do that, my life began to change. And so even the worst situation was turned to good. And it wasn't the good that I thought. I thought we would stay married and we'd live happily ever after and we'd have the best marriage on the planet. And it didn't happen that way. He didn't come back, and we didn't get back together, and we divorced. But y'all, that's exactly what was supposed to happen. And I came out of it a better person, and I wouldn't go back now at all. I don't want that life, and I'm so thankful for the life I'm in. And I would go through it again to get here where I am. So, I just want to encourage you that wherever you are, that's where you're supposed to be. And whatever's happening in your life is exactly what's supposed to be happening. And you can look for the good in it. You might not can change what's happening, but you can change how you view it and how you respond to it. And so I say all that. I'm going to wrap it up because I've probably gone way too long. I want to wrap it up and just say that all that I went through with my marriage, husband leaving and divorcing, that when I did lose Colson, it was devastating. There's no other way to put it. It is what it is. I lost a child, and it's awful. I miss him every day, all the time. But what I went through and what I learned about gratitude did help me progress through the grieving process. And grieving is a process. You can't go over it, can't go under it, can't go around it. You have to go through it. But going through it and knowing about gratitude and knowing it'll be okay, there's a bigger purpose here, helped so much. It helped me so much. And I've shared it before, and I may share it again, but I got a hold of a book right after Colson left, and the guy had lost, I think, 2 children and his wife, so he knew about grief. And he said, you know how people say they went too soon, we didn't have enough time with them, they shouldn't have gone, they should still be here. And even though we feel that way, absolutely feel that way, what he said after that was, what if they went exactly when they were supposed to? And what if you had the exact number of days with them that you were supposed to have? And when I read that, I thought, you know what? I have to hop on this train. I can hop on the grief train, and I can be depressed, and I can cry every day for the rest of my life. Or I can hop on the train and say, wow, I had an amazing son, and he came and he did what he was supposed to do here and taught me what he was supposed to teach me. And now how am I going to respond? How am I going to continue that on? And so that's what I chose. I chose to think I had him the right number of days. Not my right number of days, but the days he was supposed to be here to carry out his purpose. So that is my story today. That's my message. And if you want to go on the gratitude, growing gratitude, it will change your life. I'm telling you, gratitude is magical. It is like having a magic wand waved over your situation, if you choose to see it that way. So if you want to grow in gratitude with me over in a different page, different party over there, let me know, comment below. If you've said you want to be invited and you haven't accepted the invitation, go in there and check your notifications. So thank y'all for watching. Mallory, Karen, Susan, Sandy, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope this helps. If you know somebody who's lost a loved one, who's really grieving and having a hard time, invite them to come, and I think it'd be really helpful. Or somebody who's going through a divorce, or husband's having an affair, or any other tragic life event that's happening there. This could give them a different viewpoint. It won't take away the pain, but it'll help go through it in a different way. So thank y'all for watching. Comment below, let me know you're here. Let me know if you're going with me on the gratitude journey, and I will be back tomorrow. And thank you. I appreciate y'all. Bye.